Gives up a hit. She has to be able to buckle down to that exact hitter the next time through.
Texas A&M took each of the first two games in the doubleheader yesterday. A 7-5 come-from-behind win in the 7th in Game 1. An extra inning win in Game 2 as that hops off the glove of Walker. 3-2. Outside, first two batters both reach. An infield single and a walk to start. Foul tips back by Maya Perez. I mean, look at that jump. 230 points higher than what she was as a freshman last year. Part of the everyday lineup, inching closer to 60 runs driven in on the season. Slashes that one foul. It's 1-2. Reaches after that one, protects the count, still 1-2.
Throwing a lot of strikes, you know, even with the walk, she was ahead 0-2 in that count. She likes to work inside on most hitters, but in this top half of the first inning, she's really working this outside corner on her, so a little bit of a game of chess between the coaches here.
Barbara pops it up in the infield. Cara Daly charges to make the grab, and there's 2 outs. 2 outs, a chance to get out of this inning without allowing a run. Coco Woolley drills it up the middle. Daly off the glove of Harrison on to first, which proved to be the game-winning hit in a 7-5 win. Enright skies it into right field. Abrascado over towards the line to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Bases left, stranded.
Levitt not normally a starter. Obviously, this is only her 5th game that she started, but such an effective pitcher out there in the circle for A&M. But that
first batter she faces, Julia Crenshaw, who turns on one, smacks it down the left field line, and it's gone.
Julia Crenshaw's been battling an injury with her wrist, but she's such a competitor. Comes back in the lineup yesterday after missing a couple games, and she is so dangerous as a leadoff hitter.
Stefania Abrascado into the gap in left center, and it rolls to the wall. A stand-up double, and this first inning begins with a solo home run and a double through the first 2 batters. 6 runs driven in through the first 2, including the grand slam yesterday. In on the hands, pops it up foul territory, and there's Powell who settles underneath it.
It's a full count. She's still going to be able to throw that ball for a strike. Then the hitters are going to really have to stay back and not know that that ball's automatically going to go up. They're going to have to read that spin to see if they can get it. They're going up.
Ebbs lifts it into left center. A long sprint for SJ. She makes the grab. Daly clubs it out to left field. It's a no-doubter.
Left center field for an absolute no-doubter. I'm not sure the outfielders even turned around to get that ball. And once she told them it's okay, the entire Missouri history does not rely on you going to regionals this year. She saw them kind of relax a little bit.
KK Dement with a leadoff double as she gets in just underneath the tag of Sophie Smith, and Texas A&M.
This is so well against a good SEC team, any SEC team really.
She pops it up in the infield. Abby Hay calls off everybody for the first out. SJ with a roller to short. Daly has trouble, but still has just enough time to get it over there. Cuts through this one. It's 0-2. Loops it over to second. Smith with an underhand flip to first. Ends the inning. Heading to the bottom of the... So much so that Game 3 of the series would normally have been a start for Emily Kennedy as Kaylee Langer tries to lay down a bunt and it's foul. Missouri's able to jump all over Texas A&M pitching to begin the game.
And that 4-0 lead could be a game changer in this game, right? Texas A&M very good at the plate, does a good job of manufacturing runs, but being down 4-0 changes your mentality at the plate.
Kaylee Langer flies out.
By Mizzou, really able to kind of get them off balance in the box.
Squares to bunt, lays it down. Baldwin to throw down to first. It's not in time. Watkins beats out the throw, and there's a runner on first with just one out.
Ball's definitely a strike.
She earns the walk 1 pitch later. Looks like we are good to go. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Stefania Abrascato, who's already doubled and scored a run today, goes after the first pitch and rolls it foul. Abrascato bounces it to short. Woolley steps on the bag and turns the double play herself. Jumped into the top 3 last week for the first time in 17 years. This week, #1 for the first time in program history. As Amari Harper slashes that one foul, stays alive at 2-2.
Would look more like a strike.
Harper battles off another 2-strike pitch.
At the end of the year, it doesn't really matter where you were in April. It doesn't matter where you were in March. It matters where you finish, and it matters at the end of the season.
First pitch to Maya Perez. She goes after it and launches it down the left field line, but foul. The 0-1. Got her again. Second straight batter Harrison has hit with a pitch to begin the 3rd inning.
No breaks for your pitchers. So Harrison really, she's got to focus each pitch, right? So it's not just, she doesn't get a break in this lineup. She's going to have to go at them the entire time. And then I'm going to work inside because they were waiting on the ball, and now I'm going to have to come inside to see if I can get them jammed.
Barbara rips it into right field. She gives Texas A&M its first run of the day as Harper comes in to score. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely there.
Slipped and turned the ankle a little bit. Coco Woolley lays down a bunt. It's fair. The throw to third. Daly was not on the bag.
So if she was going to throw the ball to first base, she was probably going to hit Woolley while she was running to first.
The 0-2. Enright tattoos it straight up the middle. Langer's got it. Runners did not tag, so they stayed put. And an important first out in the inning.
Trying to get that runner at home, knowing how big of an out that is to make sure that they get that out at home.
Would you prefer them to play in or play for the double play? Tough to turn a double play against her. Right back to the pitcher. Harrison goes home. That is the only play. Missouri will take it. They get the lead runner. Right back to Harrison again. Underhand flip to first. And for the second time in the first 3 innings, the bases are left stranded. Lifts that high in the air to right field. Harper back at the wall. It's gone. Madison Walker's 17th home run of the season.
Madison Walker able to come back from a bad first at-bat. She gets jammed in her first at-bat. Able to come back against a different pitcher even. Be patient at the plate.
Hay squares around to bunt. Pickoff throw back to first is just a little bit late. The 1-1. Hay again bunts, gets it down. Lesson team's only play is on to first. Abby Hay does her job. Blackston advances to scoring position. Turns on one, rips it down the left field line, and this one hops the wall. Blackston's in to score. Daly's underneath the tag. It's her second extra base hit of the day, and Missouri is all over #1. Slow roller to third. Powell on to first. 2 outs.
He was able to get the win. And again, they had Texas at #1 a couple weekends ago. They've been able to have some really good games against #1 teams.
Walker with a backhand diving stop at the throw from her knees pulls Abby Hay off the bag, and it's an infield single for
yesterday, giving up 3 runs, not getting through 2 innings. Today she scattered 5 hits and
first 4 innings, and the inning kind of spiraled in the 7th because of really some miscues from the defense behind her.
Well, and maybe not errors, right, but maybe some more mental errors.
Right.
So that's going to show as an earned run, but really knowing that she was pitching really well.
First batter she faces today, though, she hits Kennedy Powell, and Texas A&M has 2 runners on base.
That was a slapper, right? So she's moving into the pitch. It's really hard.
2-0.
McCann's struggling to find the zone right now, so you see her trying to work in that changeup to be able to throw that changeup for a strike, and just missed on that last pitch. Pitchers didn't used to really get a rest, a day rest, so just a little bit of a change for her.
Harper bounces to second. Smith's only play is on to first. Both runners advance for the Aggies into scoring position.
Well, and with Perez having a lot more power, that's why you want your middle infield to be able to play back, right? You want to keep the ball on the infield. Even if you can't make an out, you want to make sure that you keep the ball on the infield.
Bouncer back to McCann. Looks off the runner at third, throws to first. That was perfectly done by Marissa McCann.
That's a huge defensive.
3-run home run in game 1 yesterday. RBI single in game 2 of the doubleheader. Trying to provide some more scoring for the Aggies, down 5 runs. Off speed, skies it into left field. Watkins has plenty of time to make the play. Missouri able to strand 2 runners in scoring position. It's the 3rd pitcher we've seen today for Texas A&M. This is Kate Munnerlin, who makes her first appearance of the series, the freshman from California. A bunt single her first time up for Watkins, doing her job to turn it over to the top of the lineup. Got a piece of it, slow roller, third base side. It's another infield single for Nevaeh Watkins. Gave her an opportunity about a week and a half ago in the midweek game and has been a part of the lineup since.
When you think about that as a freshman, how hard that is mentally to be able to come back from an injury like that.
Crenshaw lays down a bunt and it goes for a hit. Rolls it foul, first base side. Chance here to add more. 2 on, nobody out after an infield single and a bunt single to start this inning. Got her in front of it again. Madison Walker loops it up in the infield. Woolley, the shortstop, calls off everybody, and there are 2 quick outs after allowing the first 2 to reach. With the SEC before coming here to Como. Turns on 1 and ropes it foul. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Take the first 2 games of this series. First pitch swinging, that's Coco Woolley right to Abby Hay, who had her foot planted on the first base back.
Has played a lot of really close games against the #1 teams in the nation, top 10 teams in the nation, and haven't been able to have that big hit when they needed it with runners in scoring position. Texas A&M, on the other hand, this veteran lineup is able to make those plays and get those big hits when they need them.
Allie Enright lifts it high in the air to right field. Abrascado's there. 2 quick outs in the top of the 5th.
McCann's changeup can be deadly, so you can tell when she is really feeling it out there in the circle, when she can throw that changeup for a strike.
Marissa will come out and maybe on a Friday not throw her best, but then comes back to coach and says, hey, I can beat this team. And then she goes out on the Sunday typically and pitches much better. Dement pops it up, right side. Abby Hay runs out of room and it just crawls out of play.
I can get her to pop up, and if you have that confidence and your coach has that confidence in you to be able to put you back out in the circle.
Dement turns on it into left field. Watkins can't quite make the diving play, and it rolls into center field. KK Dement strolls into second base. So close.
Watkins so close to making this play, hits her glove, just doesn't have the full.
Swing and a miss. Marissa McCann ends the 5th with a strikeout. We go bottom 5 with the Tigers up. At the end of the day today, Missouri will have played 18 conference games, 9 of them half for Larissa Anderson's team against the team that was ranked #1 in the country at the time. Abby Hay bounces to second. KK Dement over to first.
They're coming into our place. Like, we can't let this moment get bigger than it is, and we just have to kind of play loose and relaxed and do what you can do to beat this #1 team.
Comeback for Texas A&M in game 1 when they scored 3 runs to win it 7-5. She earns the walk. Cracks one deep left field. And Kaylee Langer's gone yard.
And center field is one of the defensive positions where you would give up a little bit of offense. Generally, center field, shortstop, and catcher, you would give up a little bit of offense to make sure that they... In this inning, you want to get to this point where you have Crenshaw up to bat with runners on.
Loops it into right field. That's trouble, and it drops. Julia Crenshaw's 3rd hit of the day allows this inning to continue.
You saw Abrascado's reaction to letting that first pitch go, knowing that she could have absolutely destroyed that ball.
Through the hole on the right side. Watkins gets the wave. The throw home is not in time, and Missouri has just run-ruled the #1 team in the country.
After a tough 2-pitch sequence, Abrascado comes up big with this base hit through the right-hand side.
In the country, Oklahoma a month ago, Texas A&M today, and it comes off the bat of Stefania Abrascado into right field.
Such a great series between these two teams. Mizzou obviously last in the SEC. Texas A&M #1 in the country, but all 3 games were really hard fought, and you saw Missouri's bats come through.
The offense really struggled in the first 2 games of the series. Texas A&M who win the series 2 games.